Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is what if Gaara was related to Naruto? And I'm not talking about brother and brothers, I'm talking about cousins. How this would work, Gaara's mom would be Uzumaki, because I hear a lot of my friends, a lot of people say that Gaara isn't Uzumaki, blah 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 blah. If he was really an Uzumaki, he would have, I know Gaara has red hair, and that's why some people think he's an Uzumaki, but if he was an Uzumaki, when he got his tail beast retracted, Gaara would still be alive. And also, I want to say Gaara's mom is related to Kushina, and since Gaara is older than Naruto, Gaara was born January 12th, I think? January 12th, or not right. And Naruto's October 12th. I think it's January. Yeah, it's January or something. But when Gaara was born, Kushina would attend. When Gaara was born, his mom would still die from childbirth. And as happening, Gaara's mom would ask Kushina, her older sister, to name her son. And she would name him Gaara. And he would name her Gaara. And then Kushina would leave to head back to Konoha. And she would make sure to tell Gaara's father to treat her nephew right, or she and her husband would make him pay. And Gaara's dad is actually kind of shocked and a little scared by Kushina because she's literally the red hot habanero, and plus, her husband is literally the fourth Hokage. Her husband is Minato Namikaze. No, people sleep on my boy Minato. People don't think he's powerful. They slip on him. But bro, Obito versus Minato. He can literally get out of the Kamui dimension. He can literally flying Raijin midway through the Kamui dimension. Let's not get past this. When Gaara's dad finds out about Kushina and Minato's death, he starts mentally abusing Gaara and treating him like crap like he did in canon, and send people to kill him. Gaara would still have Shikaku, and Naruto would still have Nine Tails, but they would never figure out that they're related since Kushina's dead, and the third Hokage would never tell Naruto until the shooting exams. When Naruto first meets Gaara, they both look at each other, and for some reason they feel an unspoken bond. And Naruto looks at Gaara, and Gaara looks at Naruto, and then Gaara tells his brother and sisters it's time for them to go, and they would leave. During the preliminaries where Gaara's fighting Kiba, it would say Naruto Uzumaki, please be presented to the stage. And then as soon as that happens, Tamari feels a sensation, and then Gaara would tell Tamari would tell Gaara, that's our cousin, and then Gaara would sit there and be shocked. And since Tamari is the oldest, she's 15 years old around this time. Gaara would sit there in shock and actually be kind of weirded out, and he would say, "How is this our cousin?" He doesn't even. And then he finally notices that the hair colors of Naruto and Tamari kind of blend together, and then that's when Naruto beats Kiba, and Gaara comes down towards him. And I want to make a change to Naruto since they're siblings. I'll say Gaara's mom can use sand, and I guess Naruto can use sand as well. And then since Gaara's mom, I guess she can use sand in this timeline, and Naruto can use sand, but he can't access it. During this, Gaara looks at him, and he tells Tamari to stop playing with his emotions, and tells him to hurry up. And then around the Sasuke versus Gaara is still thinking about that, and gets overconfident when he's fighting Sasuke. And Sasuke is losing badly this time since Gaara really wants to talk to Naruto. And then eventually Gaara turns into Shikaku, and everything happens in canon. And then Naruto will crawl over to Gaara and tell Gaara basically Gaara has a change of heart, and he gets a better seal. And then they talk to each other, and then Gaara releases the information that they're cousins, and that his father was the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. Naruto knowing that his father is Minato way earlier. And his mother, Kushina Uzumaki, way earlier, and they would both look at each other and tell each other that. Well, they'll look at each other and they would say. They would look at each, and then Naruto would tell him he's sorry that he didn't know this. That the Hokage would tell him this, and he would go to the Hokage's funeral, and he would tell the third Hokage while he's still at his funeral. Well, he wouldn't. The third Hokage wouldn't hear anything, but he would talk to the third Hokage's casket. He would say, "Third Hokage, I met somebody special today." And then Kakashi would know that Gaara is Naruto's sibling, cousin. Would try to tell Naruto that Gaara is his cousin, but Naruto would say he knows, and he's going to go train with Jiraiya. Around the search for Tsunade, Naruto would already be learning this Rasengan, and he'll be and his family, and basically he would be learning Flying Raijin. Since there's people in the village that know Flying Raijin, he would eventually develop a Rasengan way earlier, and he'll be able to use Flying Raijin like Minato. During this time, Tsunade tells him if he lands one punch on her, she will allow him to she will come back to the village, and Naruto is happy when he says that. Naruto pulling out 5 kunai, each in crack of his hand, and throws them at Tsunade. She dodges all of them, and then Naruto teleports right by one and punches her, but she dodges, and then he keeps teleporting like Minato's ultimate and Naruto Ninja Storm 4. And he keeps doing that faster, so fast that he becomes a yellow blur and actually lands a punch on Tsunade. Tsunade would be impressed by Naruto and tells him if he can use a Rasengan like his father, then she will leave. And then Naruto forms a shadow clone and forms a perfect Rasengan. Tsunade would be so impressed by this kid, she decides to take him under his wing for a little bit when they're going training. Around Orochimaru and Kabuto would arrive, Naruto would throw a kunai towards Orochimaru, and Orochimaru would whip out his tongue and grab it. Orochimaru would laugh at Naruto, seeing a simple kunai would be able to kill him. But as he looks down at the kunai, he sees it as a Flying Raijin mark tag, and Naruto charging up a Rasengan. But before he could do anything, Naruto teleports more than his Flying Raijin mark and shoves a Rasengan through and inside of Orochimaru's mouth, blowing his head into the ground, almost killing Orochimaru. Orochimaru would not be able to fight. Kabuto would try to blitz towards Naruto, but a kunai would be thrown. Tsunade would throw a kunai towards Kabuto, and Kabuto would try to dodge it. But as soon as he dodges, as soon as it gets close to him, Naruto turns into it, grabs him, forms some of Kurama's chakra, and slams him into the ground. Then charges him another Rasengan and literally destroys Kabuto's arms like Orochimaru. Orochimaru and Kabuto would eventually get Dry would put him in a scroll and reverse him to the Hidden Leaf Village. As that happening, they get arrested and then they get put in maximum security prison, kind of like what Sasuke was in at the end of Shippuden. Everything would go good. Sasuke would never leave the village since Orochimaru's in custody, and Sasuke. And then let's go to Part 2. Let's see how much we got left. Okay, we got time. Now we're gonna head to the Kazekage rescue arc. Naruto getting informed that, well, basically, let's get straight to the part. Sasuke would train Bubi Kakashi, and he would train and train and train. I feel like Sasuke would unlock his MS, Mangekyo Sharingan, because he's been training for Kakashi with 2 years, and Kakashi would unlock his Mangekyo and teach Sasuke. But Sasuke would not be able to use it. Kind of like how during Uchiha Massacre, he got the one Tomo, but he never noticed it, and now he got the Mangekyo Sharingan but never noticed it. Over this time period, Gaara would feel ashamed, and he would fight even harder to kill. He would fight even harder to kill. What's his name? Deidara. Yeah, he would try even harder to kill Deidara, and Gaara would not sleep on how powerful Deidara is. And instead of him destroying his arm, he would destroy the whole of half of Deidara's body, killing Deidara in the process. Everybody would catch up to him, so would Kankuro, until they would find Sorcery. Gaara would tell him that he killed his friend, and he's not afraid to kill him either. And Sorcery, hearing this, would get a little mad and blitz towards Gaara. But before he could do anything, Gaara would activate the Sand Coffin, crushing him. All he did was crush his inner puppet, and Sorcery's true puppet body would come out, and he would go serious. As it's happening, Naruto and the bell test would happen. Naruto would throw a flying Russian kunai towards Kakashi and charge up a Rasengan and blitz and teleport right in front of him. And then Kakashi would turn into wood, being in the air. He would hear a cha, and he would see Sakura blitzing down with over this time, since Sasuke never left, Sakura would probably go after Genjutsu. But Naruto, Jiraiya seeing Tsunade and kind of in Sakura, how she'd be hitting Naruto, Jiraiya suggested training with Tsunade before they left, and Sakura did. And Sasuke suggested that too, so she would be in a dead weight. Now let's get back into it. Naruto, Kakashi hears a cha and dodges and hears a big smash, and then he hears this Chidori stream. And in a giant stream of lightning heads straight for Kakashi. Kakashi's overwhelmed and activates his Sharingan. And he blitzes towards them, manhandling all of them until he realizes his bells are gone. When Sasuke used the Chidori stream, Kakashi dodged. He cut the strap to the bells off, and then it fell. And then Naruto and Sakura grabbed them. Instead of them being 2, there would have been 3, because the actual objective is to get the bells. And when that happens, everybody is shocked except Tsunade and Jiraiya. They will get worried that the Kazekage is missing and he's being attacked. Well, they wouldn't be informed that the Kazekage is missing since Gaara's still alive. And they don't need any ninja. So Gaara would easily take down Naruto would ask them if they could go to actually see to go see Gaara, and they would all leave to say if Gaara's okay. My guys' team not being informed since Gaara isn't really missing, and yeah, they would all get there, and Gaara would be fighting Sorcery, and Shio fighting Sorcery, and then they would fight for a little bit. So they would fight, and until when Naruto comes up and throws a flying kunai at Sorcery, and Sorcery dodges, and Gaara sits there and says, "No way," until he hears massive Rasengan, and a giant massive Rasengan is shoved into Sorcery's neck and his heart piece, killing Sorcery. Since Orochimaru's captured, we would never find out that well, basically Sasuke, they would never find out Sasuke's location since Orochimaru was there. That means Sasuke would still have a curse mark, and Orochimaru would still have a way to get out of prison. One day while Sasuke is sleeping, there will be a new arc called the Orochimaru Revival Arc, and that's where I'm going to get into the next part. I hope to see y'all guys in the next part. Tell me if you guys like this part, and tell me if you guys like the series. If y'all guys want to see a part 2, basically, let me know. And I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Peace.